Greystone Canyon, While the Wheels Still Turn. 9 tracks, 33 minutes. The debut album from Melbourne, 4-piece, released March 2018 via Rock Shots and Hellfire here in Australia. Tracked at Goat Sound Studios in Melbourne. What a great fucking studio name that is. Mixed by Glenn Robinson in Canada. 1 promo track has been released so far. Take Us All. Dave.
How do you even begin to describe this band? There were so many styles and influences throughout these songs, and it's all been brought together to create something unique and new, and in this day and age it's almost unheard of. This would be one of the most interesting albums I've heard in a long time. Just when you think everything that could be done has been done, something comes along like this and makes you go, fuck, this is awesome. You do need to give this album a few listens to fully digest. There's a lot going on here. I'd be interested to know if these guys have been in bands previous.
I'm not sure. I've got a lot of info on them, so
it's
I can't really
very well done for a debut album.
Yep.
I'm hearing some classic rock. I'm hearing early 80s Aussie rock. I'm hearing some Dream Theater. I'm hearing classical moments, some flamenco, virtuoso moments, but it's all presented in a laid-back rock vibe. How do you do this? Interesting lyrics throughout the songs as well.
The way they did it. That's how they do it.
Yeah. It's awesome. It sounds like there's some life experience behind these songs too. Interesting. It's insane how ridiculously good this is. I gave it 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Astral Plane, In These Shoes, Take Us All, Sombrero Serenade, Path We Stray, and The Sunsets.
So just about every track.
Yeah. There's like 13 on this album, isn't there?
9, I guess. 9.
I wasn't aware of this band at all, and the thing that really leapt out for me is just listening to the whole thing, like, this is a really clever album.
Yeah.
They have just put this together so well, always keeping you guessing, and I really loved it. Again, so it comes back to really good album craft. They've just built this thing, this intros to the song that like sound like they should be out of an old Western film or something, and then all of a sudden it'll cut in to something that's really rocking, and then all of a sudden you get this nice sort of acoustic interlude that's got a real Latin vibe to it, and again, somehow they managed to work it into great rock songs. It all ties
together really well.
The dual guitar work on here as well is outstanding. Really well balanced sound throughout. The vocal harmonies were also really well done and really tasty. You can tell a lot of thought went into it. That's what I'm saying. It's just got a lot of thought went into the production, a lot of thought went into the song structure. They've just come away with a really, really good rock album with a hell of a lot of variety. I'll be going back to this plenty. I really liked it. I gave it 8.5 out of 10. Highlights were Take Us All, Astral Plane, and The Sunsets.
Nice. Well, if you want to try and simplify this album, it's sort of riff-driven hard rock to metal. Has a really nice sound to it. Got a bit of air in the mix, which suits the style really well. And I really like the blend of depth and focus in the mix. That's really well done. They did things like where they got it to sound really atmospheric, or they had it sounds like one of those scenes in Spaghetti Western where the tumbleweed rollers across the road. But in the middle of that, you got this thing going on with rhythm sticks or with drumsticks just clicking away, and that's right in the center of focus on the mix. And the mix is just so artfully done with that in mind. It's fucking fantastic. Just holds you focused, locks you in. Some fantastic guitar work on this, and the vocalist Darren reminds me of Tony from Ordemia, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And I think fans of that band should check out this band.
Yeah, I reckon. That makes sense.
Some really damn tasty riffs with some really well done tempo changes on this. The writing is well done, and it's all balanced out by the rhythm section and some really nice vocals. Should go without saying that some of the lead guitar work with the harmonies that you were mentioning is fucking tasty.
Yeah.
Some nice Foley work and instrumental influence that you were mentioning there. They do break this up well. Fantastic album craft, and something that they didn't have to pay as much attention to on a 33-minute record. But the lengths they went to make it work, admirable. Really do admire that. And it all adds that Western feel to this, which makes it unique, like what Dave was saying. It stands out. The artwork suits this perfectly as well. The acoustic work is phenomenal, and again adds its own unique flavour to what's going on. And those little breaks in the album flow that you were talking about, they flow seamlessly into the following songs. It's just fucking great album flow. I've got to give massive points to that. It's really accessible too. Pretty much anyone can find something on this. I think Take Us All is the perfect rock radio track on this record, on an album that probably isn't overall purely rock radio friendly, but they did put one in there that is perfect for that market. This is a really unique listen. I like the direction they've gone with. It's not too thematic to lock them into a solid little box, but it gives them heaps to work with, and it'll be a real strength down the line if they keep going down this path. It's got a great blend of heavy and soft moments too. This is a standout debut record. A little bonus track moment at the end where it has that little gap in the song, and it skips. It's a nice touch. I reckon the gig with these guys and with Trigger would be really interesting, and somehow that would work.
Yeah, I reckon would.
Yeah, I reckon that fits together well. So look each other up, guys. Basically, if you want something a bit different, but easy to get into that still has plenty of balls about it, then check this one out for sure. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Take Us All, In Their Shoes, and River of Fire. Cool. Check it out for yourselves. Let us know what you think.